Hey y'all, it's story time, and y'all know my story times be so crazy, so buckle up your seatbelt because you probably not even gonna believe what I'm getting ready to tell you. But I posted a short about how energy is transferred through weaves. Now, when I heard this, I've actually been in the beauty industry for like 25 years. So this was a common thing that I always heard, and I always would, hear stories about it. But, I just thought it was a bunch of booyah and a bunch of folklore and a bunch of stories that, was just passed down from person to person. And you always heard the information, but you never heard supporting stories, like actual stories from people that you actually know. So here goes one straight from me, and it happened to me. And this is the reason why I no longer wear like wigs and all of that stuff. Now, I've always more so been a braids girl. So, most braids are done with synthetic hair unless you get like micros or you get like natural human hair added to whatever braid style that you're getting. But occasionally, I will put a weave in my hair, like if I wanted a certain look for a certain outfit, or, if I wanted a certain color or something like that, I would opt for a wig because it's easy to put on, easy to take off when you're done with it, and, move on with your life. So I was going to this event and I ended up buying this pink wig it was a lace front wig. So it was the perfect color to match my outfit. So I buys the wig and I started wearing it before the event that I was going to because I just wanted to test it out and get used to it. So y'all, when I put the wig on, right? And I would be like, I would go places, go outside or, be walking down the street. People would constantly stop me, men constantly stop me and try to trick off for $20. So, and the number was always $20, and it was happening like an extreme amount of times. So I'm like, this is so weird. Like, first and foremost, is that the going rate these days, $20? Because I've never heard of this. Like, nobody has ever offered me $20 before. And, I thought people was at least willing to give you $100. But every time somebody stopped me, and then it was this one time where it was this older white guy, like he had to be about 700 years old. He was literally following me down the street as I was walking in his car, to the point that I went into a store and I had got an Uber to where I was walking to, because I'm like, I don't want to have to choke this old man out. And I don't want him to try to choke me out. And then I just didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm like thinking to myself, like, wow, everybody is really, really horny. Like, what is it? What is going on? What's happening? Because men do try to talk to me, but normally they just try to talk. They don't proposition me like on the come up, like soon as they walk up to me trying to proposition me. So I'm like, it's something ain't right. So one day I'm walking down the street and I meets this guy, black guy. Me and him start talking or whatever. So I'm telling him like, I'm looking for an apartment, whatever, whatever, whatever. So he like, oh, it's so crazy because I have properties and I have a couple of them that I'm trying to rent out. So if you want to see some of them and see if you're interested in any of them, I might can rent something to you, or I might can do something for you. So I'm like, all right, bet. So the guy, he ends up picking me up to take me to one of his properties that he said he had, available. So we go to the place, we start looking at it or whatever. So it's in a building, mind you. So I thought that was kind of strange, but I'm like, well, maybe, he's doing like a little sublease type of thing. So we looking at the apartment or whatever, and we go into one of the rooms, and it's like furniture in this place too. So, which that wasn't alarming to me because a lot of times when you do go see apartments or houses, it may have furniture in it. So me and him, we start talking, and we're talking on a level of this guy is trying to get with me. So we're in this apartment and we're just talking regular or whatever. So we start kind of like frolicking around and whatever have you. And then he goes to the bathroom. So when he goes to the bathroom and he comes back out, he goes in his pocket and he like, yo, I had $300 in my pocket and now it's not there. So I'm like, okay, like I'm sitting there like, okay, what are you telling me this for? So he like, yeah, when I went in the bathroom and then I came back out. So I'm like, well, you better go in the bathroom and go check and see if it fell on the ground, or, look outside, look in the hallway, something, because I don't have it. Like, what would be my reasoning for robbing you? First of all, we were coming here to look at an apartment. So why would I, like, what would make me up and just rob you? Like, that's crazy. But anyway, me and him going back and forth about the money. So I'm like, look, I ain't got your money. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know if you want to go back and check your car or what, but I don't have your money. So the guy starts getting real agitated, like, yeah, if you think you're going to make it up out of here with my money, you lost your mind. And he's just going off and he's saying all of this stuff. So for me, I'm kind of like, I wasn't scared, but I was kind of like, this nigga is really crazy. So I'm like, yo, I don't got your money. I'm like, mind you, I had like $1,300 in cash on me. So I'm like, yo, I have my own money. Number one, I have money on me. And he had hundreds, but I had 20s. I'm like, why would I come in here with hundreds of dollars, over $1,000, and come in here and rob you? That makes no sense. So he's getting mad and agitated and he's saying all of this stuff and he's looking around searching for the money. So I'm like, I don't know at this point if you trying to pull a little move on me, because this story is just not adding up. So as things he kind of start getting a little bit more agitated. I'm like, look, what you want to check me? Like, I starts like, shaking my clothes out. I pull my shirt up. I pull my pants down. Like, I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing that belong to you. So at this point, I'm at his house. I'm at this apartment and he's not letting me out. So it's almost like a hostage situation. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, man, it's always some BS. How am I going to get out of this? So y'all, the only way this man was willing to let me out is if I let him check my vagina. So after that part, he lets me out. So we walking back to the car and we driving down the street. And then he like, you know what? I'm really, really mad and I'm upset and I don't want to hurt you. So I'm going to just let you out right here. So he lets me out at this random McDonald's and he pulled off. So I'm saying to myself, oh my God, thank God ain't nothing happened to me. Like, this was so scary. So I get on the bus. I ended up catching the bus and I go to one of my friends' houses. So as I'm sitting on the bus, I'm like, yo, it's been so many weird chain of events that's been happening to me lately. Like, what is going on? Like, what did I do? Like, what is happening differently? Like, what changed? Like, what is making all of these people come after me like this? All of a sudden, a light bulb goes off in my head and it was like, it's that mother wig. And y'all, listen, when I took that wig off, it was like I seen the light. Like, it was such a weird experience. And I never put that thing on again. And literally, as soon as I took that wig off my head and I was walking down the street, my life went back to regular, just like that. And I'm like, yo, oh my God, these wigs and this hair and stuff really be having spirits attached to it, because I really had the spirit of a $20 hoe sitting on top of my head. Now, believe what you must, but the only saving grace that's out here right now is the fact that the majority of these bundles or this Brazilian hair is not really human hair. Like, the majority of the hair that you're purchasing is not even real. That's why it doesn't last as long. It gets matted. It gets tangled. You could barely even look left and right. You turn your hair too quick, your hair balled up in the back. That's because the hair is not even real. Like, this hair started being a little sketchy around maybe like the 2015s. That's when they integrated that synthetic texture in there, that something in that hair is not real. So that's a saving grace for the girls, but y'all definitely better be careful and you better make sure you say your prayers, because things can get real quick. And it is not a joke. And y'all know I play a lot, but I'm definitely not playing about this.